Hi, this is Frank for Walking for Health and Fitness, and I'm here with show number 9 of my weekly walking tips and inspiration. So we got 9 down, 43 to go. My goal is to do 52 shows in a row. Every Tuesday, 6 a.m. I release the shows. So in today's weekly walking tips and inspiration, I'm going to call this the sleep show because much of the information involved in this show will be about sleep. So topics, we'll start with our inspirational quote like we do in every show. Then we'll have sleep and its effects on your body weight. Very important topic. We'll eating right segment, recipes by Stacey. We have the background image. I'll talk about one of my go-to walking routes. Next, we have walking tip number 2, creating a better pre-sleep routine. Okay, keeping with the sleep theme. I'll have part 4 of my STEPS series. That's an acronym, and today I'll define the letter P in STEPS. Walking news will also deal with, you've got it, sleep. And inspirational quote number 2, sleep again. And I'll finish with your next step. Inspirational quote number 1, it's the journey, not the destination. Now, I like having this quote in my office as a reminder that life is a constant journey. It's on this journey that all the action takes place. Now, I've been writing my books, I've been creating this show, and sometimes I fall into that mindset of, like, how many viewers am I going to get this week? How many subscribers? Am I going to get any book sales? I've created a stressful situation because I looked at the end point, okay? I was looking at the destination. Now, the fun part of the show, of creating the show, of writing the show, it's in the creating, it's in the writing, it's in the editing, it's in the doing part of it, the Photoshop work for the thumbnail. It's answering email questions from my viewers, from my readers, from those on my email list. That's the journey part. That's the part that is so much more enjoyable. So, keeping with the theme of the show, by focusing on the journey, that helps me to sleep better at night. See, I tied that all in. So let me ask, do you display any kind of inspirational quotes around your home or around your office? If you do, share them with me. You can send me an email with a picture of it. I'll put it on the show if you'd like me to, if you give me your permission, and give me a little bit of a story why you use that particular quote. All right. You could email me at frank@walkingforhealthandfitness.com. Now, in every show, in the show notes you can download below, I will have the inspirational quotes all set up for you. If you download the show notes, you could then go to that page and just print out that inspirational quote, put it up on your wall somewhere. So every week going forward, the inspirational quote will be in the show notes. Link is in the description. You'll hear me say that all show. So if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, please hit that like button, share this video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, everything that you have to do that YouTube likes a channel and a video to have. I'd really appreciate that. With every show, I have the show notes. You can go into the description and download those. And in upcoming show, number 10, on every 10th show, I'm going to change the format, and I'm going to take and answer viewers and readers' questions. That will be the show, just me reading them and giving them an answer, question and answer every 10th show. So next week will be the 10th show, and that's what I'll be doing. So in the comments section, or you can email me at frank@walkingforhealthandfitness.com. I will answer your question on the show. And we have walking tip number 1, sleep and its effect on your body weight. Now, skimping on sleep sets your brain up to make bad decisions. It dulls activity in the brain's frontal lobe, that's the locus of decision-making and impulse control. It's a little like being drunk. You don't have mental clarity to make good decisions. Plus, when you're overtired, the brain revs up its reward center. It's looking for something that will feel good. So while you might be able to squash the comfort food cravings when you're well rested, your sleep-deprived brain may have trouble saying no to that second slice of pie. Now, research tells the story. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that where people were starved for sleep, late-night snacking increased, and they were more likely to choose high-carb snacks. In another study done at the University of Chicago, sleep-deprived participants chose snacks with twice as much fat as those who slept for 8 hours. Add all this together, and a sleepy brain appears to crave junk food while also lacking the impulse control to say no. Sleep and metabolism. Sleep is like nutrition for the brain. Most people need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night. Try to get that, right? But you really have to work on getting that in. Now, get less than that and your body will react in ways that lead even the most determined dieter to head straight for the Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Too little sleep triggers the cortisol spike. Now, this stress hormone, cortisol, signals your body to conserve energy that fuels your waking hours. Okay, this is important. This leads to less calories burned and then the downward spiral of less sleep, more poor food choices, conserving the calorie burn, repeating the process, and night after night, that's how you start gaining weight. Translation, you're more apt to hang on to fat. Walking and sleep. Of the handful of studies on the effects of exercise on sleep, they suggest that exercise significantly improves the sleep in people with chronic insomnia. Now, the only study that looked into the effects of a single exercise session found that moderate intensity aerobic exercise, that's walking, reduced the time it took to fall asleep and increased the length of sleep of people with chronic insomnia compared to a night in which they did not exercise. Exercise triggers an increase in body temperature, and the post-exercise drop in temperature may promote falling asleep. In the show notes, read more about the benefits of a 15-minute walk. Your life may depend on it. Now, I found an interesting product called Resurge. Now, simply put, Resurge works with your body's restorative powers of sleep. There's a link to Resurge in the description. Check it out for yourself. And in our Eating Right segment, we have recipes by Stacey, and that's pancakes_Stacey. She's on Instagram. Stacey gives me a recipe every week. Some really good stuff. This week's recipe, herbes de Provence roasted vegetables with goat cheese. Now, here's a tray of roasted vegetables that I can mix and match with any meal. Now, as always, Stacey's recipe, the complete recipe, is in the show notes. Download them below in the description. And today's background image, I'll call it the creek in Franklin Lakes. I don't know what the name of this body of water is, but it's really cool. It extends way back, as you can see there, but always at the front part, there's this green algae. Anytime, winter, summer, it's there. Sometimes it spreads further, sometimes less. But on the other side of the road, right, there's a little culvert. The algae is never there. I don't know what's behind that, but I find it interesting. I should look it up, right? So, what I suggest for you, have a go-to route. Well, actually have go-to routes, more than one. This route is great because the streets are wide, the houses are big in this area, there's very little traffic, and the people are really friendly. I love walking over there. I park my car near the Starbucks. There's Pliable, for a nice snack afterwards. So mix up your routes. Variety is the spice of life. So do you have a go-to route and you take pictures along the way? Share them with me. Send me an email with the picture of it. I'll put it on the show and tell me a description and I'll read that if you'd like. Okay, send them to frank@walkingforhealthandfitness.com. Now, as you might guess, I like taking pictures while I'm walking, and my quarterly e-magazine, Walking Inspiration, contains information on walking, on inspiration itself, and I always include 2 pages of what I see on the road, images, various things, pretty backgrounds, odd statues in people's lawns, things I find on the road, interesting stuff there. So each issue is about 21 pages long. I put them out for the seasons, right? So the winter issue is out right now. Link is in the description. Check that out. Sign up for my mailing list and get Walking Inspiration every quarter. And walking tip number 2, creating a better pre-sleep routine. Now, you might think of sleep as a time when your body and mind shuts down, but that's not what's happening. While our minds seem to turn off while we sleep, our brain and body are actually going through a very active period in which a lot of important processing, restoration, and strengthening are happening. Now, why do we need sleep? It recharges us, helps us retain information, helps us perform tasks. We develop insights, we process emotions, repattern neurological pathways. It modulates hormones for growth, repair, and balance. And sleep makes you smarter. So create a better pre-sleep routine. Now fall asleep before 10 p.m. The initial non-REM sleep phase is one of the most restorative due to its decrease in cortisol. That's that stress hormone that I talked about. Memory is consolidated, learning is integrated, and parasympathetic rest and digestion is at its peak. In the description is a link to my sleep post that I posted on my website a while back. It's a much longer version of this. It goes into more detail about the phases of sleep and the importance of sleep. So here are some very simple, basic things you can do in your pre-sleep routine. Now, 1, shut down your computer, cell phone, and TV at least 1 hour before you hit the sack. Okay? Now, save your bedroom for sleep and sex. Think relaxation and release rather than work and entertainment. Create a bedtime ritual. It's not the time to tackle big issues. Instead, take a warm bath, meditate, or read before you go to sleep. Stick to a schedule. Wake up and retire at the same time every day, even on the weekends. Watch what and when you eat. Avoid eating heavy meals and alcohol close to bedtime, as it may cause you heartburn and make it harder to fall asleep. And steer clear of soda, tea, coffee, and chocolate after 2 p.m. Caffeine can stay in your system 5 to 6 hours. That's the one I struggle with. Turn out the lights. Darkness cues your body to release the natural sleep hormone, melatonin, while light suppresses it. Now, to this point, cover up all those little devices that are present in all electronic devices. The television has that little red light on it. My light switches have a light source coming from it just to light it up. The clock, the digital clock, your iPhone might light up. Turn that off or, put it someplace where you can't see it. Okay, so take care of all those little light sources. This will help you out. Also, now remember walking tip number 1 and the link between poor sleep and weight gain. Now, for more help with your sleep routine and weight loss, download my free guide, Benefits of Audio Hypnosis and How It Can Help You Get a Good Night's Sleep. Okay, listening to a nice audio track, hypnosis track on sleep puts me right out. So check that out. Link is in the description. And we're on to part 4 of my steps segment. This is part 4 of 5. The steps is an acronym, STEPS. Now keep this in mind. In this episode, we cover the letter P. Now from my book, Walking for Health and Fitness, right? P stands for posture, body straight and head up. Keep your body straight and your head up. This expands the chest cavity and increases your oxygen intake by more than 30%. Okay, so when you're walking, keep your chest, head up. Okay, it also keep your eyes forward, and this helps to quicken your pace. Use your peripheral vision to watch where your feet land and where you plant them on the ground. Okay, to quicken your stride, focus on a faster arm swing. Your legs will follow your arms, and keep the S, T, E, and P in steps. Keep these in mind. S, shorter, quicker strides. T, toes propel you forward. E, engage your core and glutes. P, posture, body straight, head up. So check back in next week's show. In the question and answer show, I will cover this, and then we'll go through the second letter S in steps. And for more walking information, I've got you covered in my 3 books, Walking for Health and Fitness, Fitness Walking and Body Weight Exercises, and Walking Inspiration. So in the February chapter coming up in Walking Inspiration, right? Each chapter covers a month. I write about the steps you can take in setting goals. Okay, so it's goal setting, and then every month there's a quote. Every day of the month there's a quote that reinforces the goal setting process for you to keep that in your mindset every day. Open up the book, look at the quote for the day, think about the goals that you set. So Walking Inspiration, the link is in the description for my books. And in the walking news, benefits of a 15-minute walk. Now, the best exercise for many of us may not be the briefest, according to a provocative new study comparing the head-to-head health benefits of short, intense interval training with those of longer, gentler workouts. Now, the study published by Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise finds that each approach to exercise has advantages, but the impacts on blood pressure, body fat, and other aspects of metabolism may be greater after standard half-hour moderate workouts like walking than, more so than those quick bursts of energy that are like the boot camp style stuff, go hard, go hard, go hard. I mean, you burn more fat out over the long run. Also, there's much less risk of injury when you're walking. So I tie this in with an article I wrote about 15 minutes of the benefits of 15-minute walking, right? So do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon for your 15 minutes, and you've got it covered, that half hour of exercise. So the benefits of a 15-minute walk are improve mood, relieve back pain, shrink the size of your hips, lowers your risk of blood clots in your legs, lowers blood pressure and the risk of heart attack, strengthens your arms with all the pumping, tightens the abdominal muscles, keeps your knee joints healthy, and strengthens your feet and reduces the load on other joints. Okay, so as I said, read more about the benefits of a 15-minute walk from my blog post. The link is in the description. Then go out and walk. Do a half hour or more, or break that walking up into smaller segments throughout the day. You'll get the same benefit. Now, if you need some extra motivation, a little push to get out the door, consider joining a walking group. You could join a physical group, and wherever you live, you can easily find one online, or find an online group on Facebook. I run one called Your First Walking Group. Okay, I'm in charge of that group. I post a lot of inspirational quotes from my book, a lot of videos, little tidbits, 1 to 2 minute videos while I'm walking. And then, I'm trying to actively get the group to participate more. It's just started out. Check us out, Your First Walking Group on Facebook. And the other group is Walk 1,000 Miles USA. Great goal to set for yourself. Walk 1,000 miles in a 12-month period. I'm part of that group. I post a lot of videos on that group also, so come check it out. As always, link is in the description. And inspirational image quote number 2. Again, this will be in the show notes. Sleep is the best meditation, and that's by the Dalai Lama. Now, before I go on to your next step in the summary of this show, let me talk about what's coming up in show 10. I'll repeat it again as what I said before. In show 10, I will break from the format and just take readers' questions and answer them on screen just like this. The only part of it will be the steps, which I'll continue to finish that out. Okay, so in the description below, if you have a health question, a walking question, a nutrition question, whatever, you can email me or put it in the comments below. Email me at frank@walkingforhealthandfitness.com. And it's time for your next step. What are you going to do this week? It's the journey, not the destination. Focus on the present and what's happening right now in your life. Send me pictures of inspirational quotes that you display around your office or around your home. Walking tip number 1, sleep and its effect on your body weight. Okay, check out the link for the Resurge product. You might find that very helpful. Eating right, recipes by Stacey. Check out Stacey's Herbs de Provence roasted vegetables with goat cheese. Make that, tell me how you like it. Today's background, well, I talked about the creek. Tell me your background image. Send me an image, give me a description, I'll put it on a show. Walking tip number 2, create a better sleep routine for yourself. Also, download my free giveaway on the benefits of audio hypnosis. Part 4 of my step series, P, posture, body straight, head up. Use that when you walk and check out all my steps in my Walking for Health and Fitness book. Walking news, and that's the benefits of a 15-minute walk. And inspirational quote number 2, sleep is the best meditation by the Dalai Lama. So this is Frank for Walking for Health and Fitness. Walk on.